court is calling cause number 2020 DCM 2408. This is a hearing on a petition to assume affecting parent-child relationship with an acknowledgement of paternity. Okay, the parties in this case are Jason Roque and Fatima Hernandez, who are present before me. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I'm the associate judge for the Title 40 court. We are proceeding at this time on basis of a Zoom application since we cannot appear in court because of the pandemic. However, both parties are present before me, and we are going to go ahead and proceed on the basis that you all are in court and present before me at this time. We'll advise parties that this matter is being live streamed on YouTube channel in order to comply with the Texas rules that we have to have open courts available to the public. However, as soon as this hearing is completed, that YouTube will be taken off the screens and it will no longer be available. I'm also recording this evidence on the system, recording system, so that record is being kept by the computer. I'll ask both parties not to talk over each other. Sometimes the audio has difficulties, and we may have to either have y'all come back again, sign in back in again, in case we do have some technical difficulties. Hopefully, we won't have any of them. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ask the Attorney General to make an announcement on this case. Mr. Hargis, go ahead, sir.
Attorney General, Child Support Division, John Hargis, present and ready, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to ask both parties to please raise your right hand so I can swear you all in. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear that the information that I'm going to give is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Thank you, ma'am.
I couldn't hear. Honestly, I didn't understand anything that they just said.
Sir, I can barely hear you. You need to speak up just a little bit louder.
That I couldn't hear what they said. I just heard the raised hand and then it cut off a little bit.
Okay. I'd ask you if the testimony that you're about to give, truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
That the testimony that I'm going to give is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you so swear?
I'm sorry?
Sir, are you hearing me okay? Because it seems to be like repeating everything I say.
It's cutting off really bad. It's just
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll take you as having been properly sworn in. All right. Mr. Hargis, go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, as a preliminary matter, I'll address the issue of the acknowledgement of paternity. The state calls Ms. Fatima Hernandez.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall signing an acknowledgement of paternity for your child, Jade Hernandez, on 2020?
Can you repeat that? I'm so sorry.
Do you recall signing an acknowledgement of paternity for your child, Jade Hernandez, on March 12th, 2020?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement to allow this signing of this document to establish the parentage for Mr. Roque and your child, Jade?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Mr. Roque?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall signing the acknowledgement of paternity on March 13th, 2020 for the child Jade Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I heard yes. Are you in agreement to allow this document after signing it to establish the parentage between you and the child Jade?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, state calls Ms. Hernandez again.
Okay,
Please
go
state,
ahead.
Yes, sir.
please state your full name for the court, ma'am.
Fatima Isela Hernandez.
What's the name of your child?
JD Isela Hernandez.
And what's your child's date of birth?
3/10/20.
Where's the child live?
She resides with me.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions for your child?
Me.
What kind of relationship does the father have with the child?
Just parent. Yeah.
Has he visited the child at all?
Yes.
How often?
I want to say 5 times since she was born.
Any overnight visits?
No, sir.
And how long are the visits normally?
Around 2 to 3 hours.
And how'd those visits go?
They go good.
Has he wanted to visit more often, but
No, sir.
was denied? So he's gotten to visit every time he's wanted to?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Is there any concerns at all that the court needs to know about as far as visitation?
Visitation would be taking place at my mom's house. So
Okay,
my address is non-disclosed. So
we'll take that under advisement, but it'd be up to the judge. Do you know where the father works?
I Boss Chicken.
And do you know how long he's worked there?
No.
How do you know he works there then?
He told me about it, but I don't know how long he's worked there for.
Okay. What does he do there?
I'm not sure.
You know how much he earns?
No.
Does he have any other sources of income that you know of?
No. Not that I know.
You know, do you know if he has any other children?
From my knowledge, man, he does not.
What kind of health insurance does your child have?
She's under Medicaid.
Are you working, ma'am?
No, sir.
Do you have health insurance available through any other source?
No, sir.
Did you and Mr. Roque ever live together?
Can you repeat that?
Did you and Mr. Roque ever live together?
Yes, for a short while he was staying at my house.
Are y'all separated now?
Yes, sir.
And when did you separate?
We separated in June or July of last year.
Okay.
July, actually. July.
You separated before the child was born?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since the child was born, has he given you any money to help support the child?
No, sir. Bless you.
What kind of items has Mr. Roque purchased for the child? So things that the child needs, like food, diapers, clothes.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. You mentioned you have a concern about your address being disclosed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if your address were required to be disclosed on the order or your personal information, would that subject you to harassment, harm, abuse, Any type of serious harm, injury?
It's just a risk I wouldn't want to take.
Okay, well, what are your concerns?
I just don't feel comfortable with my address being out. That's why we do visitation at my mom's.
I'll need you to describe to me in court, please, if you can just say, why do you have these concerns? What has happened in the past that would lead you to have concerns of this nature?
Harassment and assault
Harassment by who?
by Mr. Roque.
Okay, when did this occur?
This occurred when we were together and when we were living together. This
When did,
occurred last year.
well, what happened?
I was assaulted by Roque multiple times, emotionally abused, which caused us to separate. And then
Okay. How long have you lived in El Paso area?
I was born and raised here.
Okay, would you like to be able to live anywhere with your child?
Excuse me?
Do you have any plans to move in the future?
No, sir. Out of El Paso, correct?
Okay, do you have yes? Do you have any plans to move out of the El Paso area?
No, no, sir.
So would you like to be able to move if you needed to for a job opportunity?
Can you repeat that? I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I'll try to speak louder. Would you like to be able to move anywhere with your child if outside the El Paso area, if like a job opportunity came up?
Yes.
Okay. But for now, you have no plans to move.
No, sir.
Are you seeking employment outside of the area at all?
No, sir.
No further questions for Ms. Hernandez?
Okay, go ahead.
Calls Mr. Roque. Roque, can you please state your full name for the court?
Jason Roque.
Name of your child?
I'm sorry?
The name of your child, please, sir?
JD Isela Hernandez.
And your child's date of birth?
3/10/20.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions for the child?
She does, sir.
Okay. The child lives with the mom?
Yes, she does live with the mom.
Okay, what, have you visited the child at all since back?
Yeah, like she said a few times when I've been able to go, because we at the same time, me and my family didn't want the risk of like the spread of the corona and all that stuff. So we were just staying a little distant because of the whole pandemic as well.
Okay. How many times have you seen your child?
About 5 or 6 times.
Okay. And when was the last time that you saw your child?
Sunday.
Sunday? How'd that visit go?
It was fair. It went okay, I would say.
How long did it last?
I want to say about an hour, maybe 2.
Okay. So would you like to continue having visitation for your child?
I would, yes, sir.
Okay. Are you working at Boss?
Yes, the one here at Eastlake.
Okay, what do you do there?
I am cook.
Okay, How much do you earn per hour?
Currently I was started at $8 an hour.
And how many hours a week do you work?
About between 32 hours per week.
Okay. How long have you worked there?
This is gonna be my first month barely.
Did you work anywhere else before then?
I was working at a McDonald's, the one here in Horizon, but since I'm going to Job Corps, the one here in El Paso. I wasn't working.
When did you work from when did you start working at McDonald's?
About 3 years ago,
And when did you leave?
October 17th
Of what year?
of 2019.
Okay. At your, do you have any other sources of income?
Um, no, the only one I have Job Corps, which only gives about $20 every other, what's it called, bi-weekly for school.
Well, what were you saying it was?
From Job Corps, they pay about $20 bi-weekly for school purposes.
Okay. Do you have health insurance available for your child at your job?
I don't. Está allá afuera.
Um, do you have health insurance available for your child through any other source?
No, sir.
Okay. Since the child was born, have you provided any money to the mom or to support your child?
I wasn't able to because I was doing school full time. So I was staying at the school.
Okay. Do you have any other children?
No, sir.
Have you purchased any items for your child? Things that the child needs?
Yes, I have the bed, the stroller, car seat. I have some clothes here with me. A few baby items here and there. Like enough for a stay or two.
Do you have possession of those items?
Yes.
The baby hasn't used them?
No, she hasn't come over to my parents' house. It's always been over there with hers.
Okay. If you had to put a dollar figure on those items you just mentioned, how much would that be?
Like price wise,
Yes.
about between 600 and 800 worth of things.
You're planning on using those for your child once you have visits?
Yes, sir.
You heard Hernandez express some concerns about disclosing her address.
Correct.
Do you dispute any of that?
I'm sorry.
Do you dispute any of that information she provided to the court?
What does that mean?
Do you disagree with what she said?
I would disagree because it is the past. I hold no remorse or hate. I just want to see my child, and honestly, the whereabouts don't matter. I just want to know that she's safe and that she's in good hands.
Okay. Where would you like the visits to occur?
I'm sorry?
Where would you like the visits to occur?
In my opinion, I would feel more comfortable if they were here at my house with my parents. And
Okay.
if anything did happen where it can't be here, I would be fine with her mom's house.
Yeah. What about a public setting?
What's como en público, en un parque?
Did you hear me, sir?
I would agree to that as long as we all take our safety precautions with masks, uh, Germ-X and all that stuff.
You have a place in mind, like Peter Piper Pizza or something?
That could work, or when the parks reopen, that could also work.
Did you say a park?
Yes, park, like you said, Peter Piper could be a place as well. Anything family friendly
Which park?
that is safe. I'm sorry?
Which park, sir?
I don't know that. I don't know the name, sir.
Okay. You know which Peter Piper would work for you?
The one here on Horizon.
Horizon and what?
Darrington. Horizon and Darrington.
Okay. You live here just locally with the child?
I'm sorry?
You heard us discussing geographic restrictions on where she resides with the child?
Right.
Okay, she said she would prefer to live anywhere with the child. What is your position on this?
Like if she were to move with the child?
There's geographic restrictions which will be addressed in this order, sir, and that means that if there's a geographic restriction, she would be limited to just living here in El Paso County or the surrounding contiguous counties. If there's no geographic restrictions, that means she can move anywhere she wants with the child.
Right.
Which one would you prefer?
I prefer, as long as while she is still underage locally, because I do find the transportation or the trips to go see her problematic.
Okay. All right, Judge, I have no further questions for Mr. Okay.
Okay.
And possibly if I could ask one question, Ms. Hernandez.
Yes,
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead.
Ms. Hernandez, where would you like the visits to occur?
The visits occur preferably at my mom's house. I'm fine with going to his house or any location public.
Would you be okay with the Peter Piper Pizza?
Yes, sir. Park, it's fine as well.
Okay, thank you. No further questions. And the state rep, subject to a brief close.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Roque, where did you buy that bed that you say you bought for the child?
I bought it from some friends that I have in town. They were selling it in really good condition.
When did you buy it?
When she was at about 5 to 6 months pregnant. That was after we had already separated and all that.
Okay, has Jade ever used it?
No, sir, she hasn't had the chance.
How
She's
about that stroller? How about the stroller? Where did you buy that?
from the same friends.
How
They
much
were.
did you pay for the bed?
I'm sorry.
How much did you pay for the bed?
For the bed, it was 300 because it was a whole set.
All right. Right, Mr. Roque, I didn't quite get the name of the place where you work at.
Boss Chicken.
Bob's Chicken.
Yes, sir. It's a fast food restaurant.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Any other questions for either party, Mr. Hargis?
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right, based on the testimony presented here today, I will appoint both parties joint managing conservators of the child. Ms. Hernandez will have the primary possession of the child, so she determines where that child lives. Uh, Visitation will be as the parties can agree upon, with the condition that all such visitation be supervised by either Ms. Hernandez or her mother. The visit will occur at her mother's home. Because of the age of the child, visitation will be to, like I said, maybe whatever times and dates that the parties can agree upon. No overnight visitation.
I have a question regarding that, sir.
Just a minute, let me finish and then you can ask me any questions, sir. Geographical restriction to El Paso County, Texas, or any contiguous county. Non-disclosure will be granted. All right. Okay, with those matters that the court has already ruled upon, what was your question, Mr. Roque?
Yes, sir. My question was, to what age, or at what age can Jade stay overnight?
That usually occurs, the standard visitation schedule applies when the child reaches the age of 3 years of age.
Okay, so once she is 3 years, she can stay.
Then that's when the standard visitation schedule applies.
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, sir?
I do have a
And
question.
Okay. Roque, any other questions, sir?
yes. When can I bring her by myself, so she could be with my family, without Fatima or her mother being involved?
Okay, if y'all can agree on whenever that can occur, that's fine with the court. Otherwise, it'll be at the age of 3.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Ms. Fernandez, you had a question?
Yes. Talking about child support. Would it be including retroactive from the day she was born?
We're gonna get to that right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
I just address some of the preliminary matters. Texas, what is the recommendation of the state with regard to child support obligations?
Your Honor, it'd be $183 a month, beginning September 1st, 2020. For the child support and medical support to reimburse the state would be $100 a month.
$100 on the medical support?
That's right, $100 a month for medical support, $183 for child support, and I'm calculating the retroactive child support going back to the date of birth. And Judge, were you going to give him any credit for the items he purchased?
I'm gonna give him $300 credit.
Okay.
What's that? Okay. Yo sé.
Okay, Judge. So my calculations going back to the date of birth of the child, the retroactive child support judgment would be $615 as of today, with a payment plan of $53 a month, with that also beginning September 1st, 2020. And that gives them credit for the $300.
Okay, did you say 52 on the retro?
Let me see, 53.
53, okay. Okay, I just didn't get the amount. All right, the court is going to follow the recommendation setting child support at $183 a month. Medical support to cover the health insurance that's currently being provided by the state, either CHIP Medicaid, said medical support at $100 a month. Will grant a judgment for back child support, what we call retroactive support, retroactive to the date of birth of the child, and giving him credit for some of the items he claimed. The retroactive amount will be $615, that's 615, will be paid at an additional $53 a month. All payments to commence on September 1. And Mr. Roque, all payments have to go through the state disbursement unit. In other words, do not pay Ms. Hernandez directly because you will not receive credit for any direct payments. Okay? Those are the records that are being kept by the state disbursement unit. And there would be no question as to whether or not you made your child support payments. If you made any payments in cash or checks or whatever, then you would have to bring in proof of those payments. Okay, that's why we do that. Starting September 1. Okay, that is the order of the court. Do either party have any questions? Mr. Hernandez, any questions?
No, sir.
Mr. Roque, any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Vargas will go ahead and prepare the order and send it to me so that I can sign it. It's on the record. The parties don't need to sign off on it. Send it to me so I can sign it. And once I sign the order, that order will be filed with the clerk's office and a copy will be sent to both of you. Okay. Now, if either party is dissatisfied with my ruling here today, you do have 3 days from today's date to file an appeal with the referring court. The referring court in this case is the 383rd District Court. That's the Honorable Judge Mike Herrera. His courtroom is in the courthouse on the 11th floor. You do have 3 days, according to the law, 3 days to file an appeal with the court. Okay. Unless there's anything else, Mr. Hardigas, you got all the information necessary for the order?
Yes, Your Honor, I have all the information, but the state does have one additional request.
Yes, sir.
If we can get an order to refer Mr. Roque to the NCP Choices program.
Well, he's already working, so I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you all very much. That concludes the hearing. Parties are excused. You can go ahead
Thank you.
and log out now. Thank you.
Thank you.
I had one last question.
Yes, sir.
How often am I able to see Jade?
I just said you just work it out with Ms. Hernandez as to how often you can see her.
The problem with that is that she almost never has time. And
Mr. Roque, you just told me that you've seen the child about 5 to 6 times. The last
right.
time you saw her this past weekend, and
Yes.
there didn't seem to be any problems at that time.
No, but the other times she would cancel or say she was not available.
Well, just work it out with her and see if you all can work it out. If this visitation doesn't work, then you can ask the court to modify the visitation schedule.
Okay.
Thank you.